this data is not correct. It is not very well calculated. So what do we see here? We still need human here. The human is the one that control the input and the output of the AI models or the AI agents. So most of people think that AI can replace human, but I don't think so. We still need people here, and this is the key driver. Instead of using technical people to build so many things for the company that get the overload to the entire team, how about we put non-technical people into the driver's seat and let them drive the car, let them drive the product that they want to build. That is the future of the AI era. Hi, my name is Viet Pham, the founder of Diaflow. Today, I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, why most AI transformation fails in most companies. Let me ask you something today. In the last 12 months, how many times that you have heard a company say, let's go all in on AI? I would say there are a lot of companies have done that in the past. And until now, every day when I got a call from a customer, they went, hey, I want to bring AI to the company. But most of them fail. And after 12 months from the first call that I got, they haven't made any move yet. There is an uncomfortable truth about that. So most AI transformation fail. Not because of the technology, not because of the platform, not because of the AI models that are not good enough, but because companies are approaching AI transformation the wrong way, right? Buying the hype, buying too many products, grab too many platforms. They don't have the right people to run it. They don't have the process, the education for the right people to use it properly, right? So after several meetings with business owners, startup founders, and head of departments, I want to break down exactly why this happens, right? And more importantly, what the company that get it right are doing differently. So we are talking about that today. Let's talk about the reality. I have talked to dozens of operators, department heads, and founders. The same patterns repeat. The company spend a lot of time on evaluating tools, and they pick one. They launch it, 6 months or 12 months later, nobody is using that. The problem is, most companies bring a new platform or a new tools into their daily operations, but they don't have a proper delivery to every members in the company. It's not the problem tools. It's not all about people, right? So they ask which AI that we should buy instead of where does our team actually lose time and make mirrors. Now, here's the problem. Most of companies started the transformation with the tools, but not the problems that they have. And when I talk to founders or business owners, I usually say, hey, what's your problem? And most of the time, I would say they are in a very high level enough that they do not know what is exactly happening at execution level. And that's the reason why they do not know exactly what's the tool to buy for the team. Most business owners listen to the introduction of a tool from an event or a conference and use it for the rest of the team. And most of that fails. And I think they have to start from the problem of the company. The fundamental question that they should have is that, and the team on the ground, they are not part of the conversation, so they resist. That's normal, that's a human behavior. Not out of laziness, but out of self-preservation. Nobody wants to feel like they are being replaced by something they do not understand. And that's the reason why when a business owner buy an AI product and bring that for the team to use it, most of that fails, right? We can also relate it to digital transformation, selling ERP. The members in a company do not use that. Only some domain expert use a specific features in a huge product that they buy. It's like you are giving a Ferrari to someone who just know how to drive a Honda. Just an example. Let's make it simple. You can imagine that AI is just a layer on top. It's not embedded in operations, right? Prompt engineering it's just a phase. Imagine no one can make a final result from one single prompt, right? Which is very rare. I think it still exists over there, but it's very rare. There still need to be human beings being there controlling the output of the AI, right? So what do we see here? We do need the domain experts like the HR, ops, or finance to review the output of the AI, who understand the business logic, who can really tell this output is not proper, we have to make some change. This is not deep enough so that we have to add more detail. This data is not correct, it is not very well calculated. So what do we see here? We still need human here. The human is the one that control the input and the output of the AI models or the AI agents. So most of people think that AI can replace human, but I don't think so. We still need people here, and this is the key driver. Instead of using technical people to build so many things for the company that get the overload to the entire team, how about we put non-technical people into the driver's seat and let them drive the car, let them drive the product that they want to build. That is the future of the AI era.
This episode is brought to you by TechVibe, your one-stop IT recruitment solution provider. We connect global companies with top tech talent across Southeast Asia. Whether you're looking for permanent hires, short-term contractors, or employer of record, EOR services, we've got you covered, especially in the IT and digital sectors. Thanks for tuning in. And now, enjoy the episode.
In this chapter, we are going to talk about how we should deploy AI into a business properly. So I use a lot of data in our company, and there's one thing that we see repeatedly with our users at Diaflow. Most of users do not buy Diaflow because they think that Diaflow can do something. But what they know is they have something in a company that needs to be done. There's one thing that we see repeatedly with the users from Diaflow is that the companies that succeed do not start by asking what AI features that we should build, but they ask. I use a lot of data in my company from our customers, so we review them, we ask them a lot of questions. And one thing we see repeatedly with our users at Diaflow is that the companies that succeed do not ask the question, what should we build with AI? But they start with picking a process in the company that repeat the most. For example, the customer service triage, or let's do a weekly competitor analysis. Let's do the internal report generation every month. For myself, I usually generate an investor report every month to send it to our investors, and we use no problem and we automate that end to end. And that is how we should get started with AI. There's one thing in common you would see is that they do not build a general purpose AI assistant and hope that people is going to figure it out. They build a specific flow. They choose a specific problem. They put non-engineers into a driver's seat. People from marketing would automate what they are doing on a daily basis. People from HR is going to automate what they have to do every day. So that the people who knows the problem are the one that own the solution, own the product that they build from the platform that they purchase. And that is happening right now. So that's the shift. I do believe that engineers are going to play a big role in the future by letting non-technical know what they can do much more with additional coding capability of them. So you can see that this is the shift, right? So a lot of company is using AI for non-technical users. And I do believe that non-technical users is one of the key winning point for those organizations in the future. The reason is the the domain expert is the one who knows exactly what they are going to do in order to take advantage of the power of AI, right? Most of companies that I see that the IT team and the business team cannot talk to each other because they have two different languages. So this is a problem. If you can let them talk to each other, that's a perfect way, right? Here's the constraint that I want to leave with you. Most companies do not need more AI engineers. A lot of tech companies would need AI engineers. Do not think it wrong. But most companies, they do not really need dedicated person who develop AI solutions or something. What they need is that they have to bring the AI mindset to everyone in the company. So everyone in the company can take advantage of the product that the company use. Or they can even take advantage of all the solutions on the market. Because as long as I understand the fundamental thing of the business, of their work, they would choose the right one to use. So there is a massive difference between a company that hires a team to build AI capabilities and a company that builds the organizational muscle to absorb and iterate on AI continuously. The first is a project. The second is a competitive mode. For engineers who listen to this, I say this with respect. The game has changed. So the engineers who knows how to build will be commoditized very quickly, much faster than they think. And the engineers who understand how to deploy AI in ways that actually change how a business operates, that person become indispensable. I think this is a constraint that a lot of companies in the world are facing, whether they need to hire more AI engineers or they need to hire people who knows how to use AI properly, right? So this is a debatable topic that a lot of business owners and founders are debating everywhere right now. So every conference or event that I join, I used to have that conversation with people around me, and most of them mention about how to find the right people for what they are looking for. To close up, let me bring this back to where we get started. Everyone is talking about AI transformations, and a lot of them fails, right? I would say it's not about the model problem. It's not about the data problem. It's not even about the budget problem. It's all about the operating models, right? The bottlenecks is not, can we build it? Because I do believe that with the help of AI, every company, everyone can build or buy the products that they wanted today, right? Can build something today. The real bottleneck is, can our organization actually use it consistently, effectively, and at scale, right? How to make everyone in the company use the product effectively? This is the hardest question to answer. I think this is also the key point that is going to differentiate between a company that thrives in the next 5 years and the one that is using a lot of expensive tools collecting dust, right? So if you take one thing from today, start with a workflow. Make it work end-to-end, especially with a non-technical team or non-technical person. Iterate and like it as a product, then go again. That is how transformation actually happens. Not with a press release, with a process. And I think you are going to find the end of the tunnel is going to have a light for companies.